Life is a tempest, an unyielding storm that rages with trials and tribulations, constantly challenging our resilience and fortitude. In these moments, we encounter the essence of our existence, where the true metal of our character is forged. It is within this crucible of adversity that we, as seekers of wisdom and strength, find our purpose and our path. This is not merely a philosophy to contemplate, but a way of life to embody. We must learn to welcome adversity as an instructor, a guide that molds us into beings of unshakable resolve. The ancient philosophy of Stoicism teaches us to view adversity not as a misfortune, but as an opportunity. The Stoic sages, Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius, each illuminated this path with their profound insights. They taught that it is not the external events that disturb us, but our judgments about them. It is within our power to change these judgments, to transform suffering into strength and obstacles into opportunities. 1. The wisdom of perception. Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views they take of them. Epictetus. At the heart of Stoicism lies the principle of perception. Our reality is shaped by our perceptions, and thus, we hold the key to altering our experience of the world. When faced with adversity, the Stoic does not see an insurmountable obstacle, but a chance to cultivate virtue. Every challenge becomes a test of our inner strength, a proving ground for our character. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast desert. To the untrained eye, it is a barren wasteland, devoid of life and hope. Yet, to the Stoic, it is a canvas upon which resilience and resourcefulness can be painted. It is through our perception that we turn desolation into opportunity, finding ways to adapt and thrive in even the harshest conditions. 2. The power of control. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. The core of Stoic practice is the dichotomy of control. We must discern between what is within our power and what is not. This understanding liberates us from the chains of external circumstances and empowers us to focus on our own responses and actions. The Stoic mind is unperturbed by the chaos of the world, for it recognizes that true power lies within. When adversity strikes, we must ask ourselves, what is within my control? We cannot dictate the winds of fate, but we can adjust our sails. By focusing on our thoughts, attitudes, and actions, we reclaim our agency. We become architects of our own destiny, shaping our lives with the chisel of self-discipline and the hammer of fortitude. 3. Embracing hardship. The greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it. Skillful pilots gain their reputation from storms and tempests. Epictetus. Adversity is not merely a condition to endure, it is a catalyst for growth. The Stoic sees hardship as a forge that tempers the soul, strengthening it with each trial. It is through suffering that we discover our true capabilities, pushing the boundaries of our potential. Consider the blacksmith, who hammers steel into a blade. Each strike, each intense burst of heat, transforms the raw metal into a weapon of precision and strength. So too are we shaped by the fires of adversity. We must welcome these trials, not with dread, but with gratitude, knowing that they are refining us into beings of unparalleled resilience. 4. The discipline of desire. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor. Seneca. In the pursuit of fortitude, we must master our desires. The Stoic philosophy teaches us to cultivate an indifference to external possessions and pleasures, focusing instead on inner virtues. When we detach ourselves from the cravings of the material world, we find an unassailable peace. Imagine a tree that stands firm through the changing seasons. It does not yearn for perpetual spring, nor does it wither in the face of winter's chill. It simply exists, rooted deeply in the earth, drawing strength from within. We too must become like this tree, grounded in our principles and resilient in the face of life's fluctuations. 5. The practice of virtue. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Seneca virtue is the cornerstone of Stoicism. It is through the consistent practice of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance that we navigate the storms of life. These virtues are not abstract ideals, but practical tools that guide our actions and shape our character. In every challenge, we are presented with a choice: to succumb to despair or to rise with virtue. The Stoic chooses the latter, embracing adversity as a chance to practice and embody these timeless principles. When we act with wisdom, we see through the fog of confusion. When we act with courage, we face our fears head-on. When we act with justice, we uphold integrity and fairness. And when we act with temperance, we maintain balance and self-control. 6. The fellowship of humanity. We are waves of the same sea, leaves of the same tree, flowers of the same garden. Seneca's Stoicism teaches us that we are all interconnected, part of a greater whole. Our individual struggles are but threads in the vast tapestry of human experience. This understanding fosters compassion and solidarity, as we recognize that we are not alone in our suffering. In the face of adversity, we must extend a hand to our fellow beings, drawing strength from our collective resilience. Together, we form a bulwark against the tempests of life, supporting and uplifting one another. It is through this fellowship that we find the courage to endure and the inspiration to overcome. 7. The legacy of adversity. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Marcus Aurelius. Adversity, when embraced and transcended, leaves a legacy of strength and wisdom. The Stoic does not seek to escape hardship, but to transform it into a stepping stone for greatness. Each obstacle becomes a lesson, each challenge an opportunity for growth. Reflect on the lives of those who have faced immense trials and emerged victorious. Their stories inspire us, not because they avoided suffering, but because they faced it with unwavering resolve. They turned their adversities into legacies of courage and resilience, lighting the path for others to follow. Conclusion. The Stoic path. As we journey through life, let us adopt the Stoic mindset, seeing every adversity as a chance to cultivate our inner strength and virtue. Let us perceive challenges not as threats but as opportunities, focusing on what we can control and embracing hardship as a forge for our character. By mastering our desires and practicing virtue, we transform ourselves into pillars of resilience and fortitude. In this shared pursuit of wisdom, we are united. Together, we can face the storms of life with courage and grace, drawing strength from our fellowship and the timeless teachings of Stoicism. Let us make adversity work for us, shaping us into beings of unyielding resolve and profound wisdom. The path is not easy, but it is through this very difficulty that we find our true selves and our true strength. If you liked my video, please press the like button and don't forget to subscribe.